Hi, this video is on cleaning up elementary school indicators. And I had two different issues, so I wanted to address both of those. One of them was emailed to me by Ms. Niss about having indicators that weren't being used anymore. And the other one was from Mr. Everman on the fact that several indicators are being graded in different places, and he wanted to clean those up. Now, I want to say, first of all, that you probably don't want to go back and do old quarters that have grades in them because that would be a nightmare. Those you probably want to clean up at the beginning of next year when there are no grades in, so that it doesn't really affect any of your past grade cards and you don't have to re-enter grades. You probably don't want to do that. So right now it's third quarter, grades aren't in yet, so I want to look at both those things. Now, first of all, if I go to the indicators list, and so I'm in the grade book and I'm at indicators, and if I want to get rid of indicators that aren't being used at all, I do those under edit indicators. And right now you see that all the indicators in Mr. Everman's course are being used. If they weren't, this would be a 0 and there would be a trash can here. And if that was the case, I could just click on it, delete it, and that indicator would go away entirely and would no longer be in the course. And I think that's what Miss Niss was talking about. Mr. Everman was talking about something different, and his was the fact that I'm going to go down to his fourth quarter and use this one as an example and take a look here and see if this one falls into it. Okay, it does. So he's got a assignment called 2D shapes and attributes, and against that he has both elapsed time and 2D and 3D shapes at the same time. And he doesn't want both those things. He wants to go in, and I will tell you that this assignment was set up completely incorrectly because there shouldn't even be a grade thing here. So I'm going to remake this one with just having 2D and 3D shapes as the only grade in there. So the only way to do that is basically I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to make a new one under the same name. So I'm going to go back to topic number 4, and under here 2D and 3D shapes, I'm going to open that. First of all, I'm going to turn on his editing here. So I'm down here, and by the way, you might want to put fourth quarter right here so that it says fourth quarter, and this really you don't even have to have there anymore. That's part of the old Moodle that now the name's here. But anyway, so I'm going to fix this 2D, 3D shapes. So I'm going to have this here and I'm going to have this here. So first of all, I'm going to open up the old one so it's open right there. And I'm going to make a new one. So I'm going to add an activity, and it's going to be an assignment. I'm going to go through here and show you how to properly set up the assignment. So I click add. Now, the reason I opened the other one is because I'm going to be lazy, and I'm going to hit edit here, and I'm going to copy most of the information right from here. So it was called 2D and 3D shape and attributes. I'm going to put that up here. The description was I can recognize 2D based on their attributes. I'm going to copy that and put that here. And then I'm going to go down through the rest of it because the rest of it is what's wrong. So I'm not going to look at the rest of that. Availability, I'm going to disable that. This doesn't belong on a calendar. Submissions, I'm going to uncheck those. There are no submissions on these. You're just putting grades in. I'm sorry, indicators in. I'm going to go down a little further. I'm going to go to grade, and I'm going to change it to none. Then you don't even get that grade thing showing up. And finally, I'm going to go to indicators and pick the correct indicator. I am going to look down here and see what the indicators were that were checked. Before elapsed timed and 2D, 3D shapes, we just went 2D, 3D shapes. There we go. I can't ever uncheck once I save one. So somebody, whoever set this up, accidentally checked 2. So now I'm going to hit save and display. So now when I go to view, there is no grade thing here, no point drop down or anything. I've just got these indicators here. In fact, this stuff, if I wanted to, I could minus that stuff so it doesn't even show up. So when I'm doing this, there's no place they're even going to see feedback. All I'm going to do is drop down and do the indicator that really belongs with this 2D, 3D shapes. Now, that just took out that one indicator. Now, I'm going to go over here and show you the one that was in this one that we didn't want, elapsed time. So I'm going to go, and under elapsed time, you'll see, there's elapsed time. There we go. Elapsed time is only graded against There's my indicators. There, elapsed time, elapsed time. The only place it was graded was even confused. Oh, it was taken out. See, it was changed to 14, so it doesn't even show up in the gradebook. So he obviously doesn't use this anymore, so it doesn't show up, and it's only in one place. So when I go, I'm going to complete the whole process here. So when I go to fourth quarter now, I can see 2D, 3D shapes, or 2D shapes. I'm going to delete this one. It's not graded. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm going to move this one up. So now I've, oops, stop that. I'm going to move it up here where the other one was. And so now if I refresh over here on my elapsed time, look, it just went to 0. And now this isn't being used anywhere in the course. And if I wanted to delete it, I could just hit the trash can, and I'm assuming all these ones that have a 14 in them don't show up in the grade card. He must have done that, or someone did, so that it was passed over on the grade card. It looks like those are the only ones right there that aren't being used anymore. But you can see since it's a 0, now there's a trash can. I'm not going to delete it for Mr. Everman. I'll leave that up to him. But you could just click on that, delete it, and it's gone completely from your course. And that only shows up again once there's no item grading it. So that's it on cleaning up your indicators, and hopefully on putting them back in correctly so that you don't get the grade showing up, because I know that's been a problem that some people have accidentally put indicators in where grades go and then they don't show up on the report card. But if they're put in correctly in the first place, that's not going to be an issue for you.